I think for the very casual fan, they're going to like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
If you understand the UFC, if you understand the significance of John Jones being the headline event of UFC 200, if you understand John Jones's acrimonious relationship with Dana White, this is an incredible story. A guy that's been involved in a lot of turmoil and controversy. It's incredible for him to be headlining UFC 200.
It's a real fight.
It's a real, but also just trust me, the UFC didn't want this. They wanted Conor McGregor to be the headliner for this. They wanted Ronda Rousey to be the headliner for this. They thought about Brock Lesnar being the headliner for this. They're stuck with John Jones, a guy that Dana and him have clashed ever since UFC 151. Here he's the headliner.
But
it's a big, I'm more interested in this fight.
But
it's
you know UFC. You're a sportscaster and a sports writer. For the casual fan, and we always forget in our tunnel, there's a lot of casual fans to this new sport. When I was a kid growing up, I was a casual fan of pro wrestling. Andre the Giant always sucked me in. I knew it was fake. I knew he barely touched people. But think about aviation, the Airbus, the big plane, the 787. It gets a press conference. The new Cessna doesn't. We like big. We like heavyweights in boxing. I mean, if you look at Brock Lesnar, there's a mystery. 6'4", 280. We don't think he's the most skilled. Mike Tyson at the end was swinging for the fence every at bat. I mean, he had no jab. There is something when I was in Vegas about even a less skilled heavyweight that draws in the general public.
It will, but for the significance of this sport and the future of this sport, John Jones is the greatest fighter mixed martial arts has seen.
I agree.
He and Dana White, ever since UFC 151, when Jones pulled out and Dana didn't respect it and he went after Greg Jackson, the coach, and John Jones, they haven't properly exploited John Jones and how terrific he is. Dana's been a reluctant promoter of John Jones to some degree. This fight, if Jones does what we think he'll do, take out Cormier and take him out in impressive fashion, I think UFC is going to be forced to wrap their arms fully around John Jones, a guy that's had the hit-and-run incident, some DUIs, controversial guy. They're going to have to wrap their arms around him and try to make the most of John Jones.
At his best, he is the Clay Ali of boxing. The longest, most skilled, quickest, best feet, jab, enforcer the sport's ever had. You can not know boxing and watch Clay and then later Ali at 25 and go, I've never seen anything like it. When John Jones first came out, there'd never been an athlete like that. Lean, long, powerful, fast. He is, at his best, the greatest fighter they've ever had.
I want to make one final quick point because we're going to have Jones and Cormier on this show, and I want to get into with them. This is the first time in a long time, two African-American boxers at the top of one of the most important events in UFC history. It's big. They need the outreach to the African-American fan base.